that girl? It's Steph and Marie.
Hi everyone, welcome to Grandma's house. Today I'm going to show you how to make this shirt. And if you have any friends, family, or loved ones that have a Cricut machine, be sure to share this video with them because this is going to be a game changer. It will save them lots of time and lots of money, and they will forever love you for it. So stay tuned for the tutorial. Buy a blank canvas. This one's from Hobby Lobby, but Walmart also sells them. Remove the canvas by flipping it over and pulling out the staples. You have your frame. Clean up the empty frame by removing any staples that bother you. The staples are going to be on this side. As you can see, I pulled out all the staples with one of those staple pullers from the office supply area in Walmart. Clean it up.
Then you're going to find your SVG file and cut it out of the HTV of your choice. And don't mirror it.
Measure inside your frame and go a 1/2 inch smaller. And then in this width, put a 1/2 inch smaller or a 1/4 inch smaller. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch smaller, so it's going to be 9.75. And then you have to hit enter and it will change the size. I've already done it, so it won't change the size here. Make it. Do not mirror. Center it on your vinyl because you want the extra space around it. And then continue. Make sure your maker is connected. Choose heat transfer vinyl default. Load it in your Cricut and cut.
Normally when you weed your vinyl, you'll leave the design and everything around it will be taken off. But in this case, we're going to remove the design itself and the vinyl will be surrounding it.
You can see it's extremely sticky. You need floofy toilet paper and you're going to pat all the openings that are sticky. Don't worry about losing toilet paper in there. It's not going to stick to your screen, so it doesn't really matter. I just don't like big globs of it there. If you don't do this, then that residue can fill in the holes of the screen. Just keep checking it to see what's still sticky and do it again. If you need new toilet paper, get new toilet paper and do it again. Sometimes I do it this way, but sometimes it just peels off big chunks, so be careful. The edges. Keep feeling it and checking to see what's sticky until you're completely covered. I'm going to purchase 160 mesh screen print material from Amazon. That's where I bought mine from. The higher the number, the smaller the holes. And then you're going to want to iron it to get any wrinkles out. You're going to want to cut it just larger than your frame. As you can see, it's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches longer all the way around. And this gives you enough material to fold over the top of it and staple down on your frame. You'll want to use the flat side. One side will have a flat edge and the other side has this little dip right here. You don't want this on the bottom, you want the flat side on the bottom. Make sure your design fits inside the frame that you chose. This is going to be really close, but it will work. Now you mark the edges of the screen centered so you can tell where to line up the vinyl. Okay. You're actually going to press the vinyl on the back side of the screen. So I'm going to take this to the heat press and go do that. Sure, you always put parchment paper underneath. Then you're going to have your vinyl, then your screen material, then another layer of parchment. My design is almost always bigger than my heat press, so I have to press half of it and then press the other half. So I do 10 seconds to adhere it, and then another 10 seconds, and then go back in for 30. I pressed it for 10 seconds, and now I'm going to press the other half for 10 seconds. Get a new piece of parchment paper after you've pressed for 10 seconds and 10 seconds, because you don't want any of the residue that's on the parchment paper to fill in these holes. Now with the new piece of parchment paper, I'm going to press for the full 30 seconds. Now we're going to flip it around and press the bottom part. For 30 seconds. Follow the instructions on your HTV and remove the carriage sheet. I don't know if yours is peel warm or peel cold, but if you pressed it for 30 seconds, 330 degrees, then your vinyl will be nice and stuck to your screen material. I usually peel warm, but this is a little bit cold because I had to walk from my craft room in here. Now you can see the toilet paper left over on the carriage sheet. You're going to want to fold over and then fold under all the sides and pull tight. I've already stapled this side and this side, so I can pull against them. Pull this corner. We'll pull both directions. This is the back of the frame, and you can see most of the wrinkles are out, and that's what you want. You want it stretched out and most of the wrinkles gone. So this is ready to screen. It's ready to screen. I bought this squeegee from Dollar Tree. I used 10 snips to cut it down, and yes, I keep the ends that I cut because then you can control smaller designs with these to do separate colors, and that's what we're going to do. Since I can't reuse the parchment paper, I like to use it as a surface cover to keep the ink off the t-shirt. On some designs, if you have enough room, you need to tape all the way around the edge to keep the ink from going underneath the frame. I don't have enough room on the sides, but I am going to tape the top and the bottom. I am going to try to be really careful and screen this whole thing without taping anything off. So I'm going to do this lettering in purple. So I'm going to start my purple over here, and I'm going to drag it sideways so I can try not to get it on the with my. So put plenty of ink. The ink is reusable, so you can put it back in the container after you're done. So I'm not going to get the with or the my, but I'm going to press hard into the chillin'. Make sure to get the edge because it's kind of right next to the frame. So I'm going to push real hard. They say not to go the other direction, but I do it anyway. Okay. That looks like it's pretty covered. All the excess ink, I've got just a tad bit on the W, on the H. That's okay. We'll put green on there. Put it back in the container. You scrape the end off, put it back in the container. And this is why I wear gloves. I can't do this without getting it all over me. Now I'm going to do the with pink. I'm trying not to get it on that, but it's okay if I do. I'm not that worried. And then I have one more of these ends that's cut off that I'm going to do the peeps. You can see I missed that slightly, so I'm going to make sure to go back over it. My screen door just blew open and then shut. Okay, I need more green. Each one of these has their own popsicle stick now, each color. So I'll put a little more here, a little more here. We're going to have to repeat a color on my bunnies because I only have 3 colors on my lettering. So either we're going to pick another color or I'm going to repeat it. So I think I'm going to do this bunny in green. I specifically designed this to be able to scoot them far enough apart where I didn't have to tape them off. So this is kind of me being lazy, smarter, not harder. Okay, scrape the green back off in the container. As you can see, I did purple, pink, purple, purple, green, green, pink. Now for the reveal. There's my shirt. This screen now gets washed and can be reused hundreds of times. I just washed the screen. It's still a little damp, but as soon as it dries, it'll be ready for the next time. Now we're going to blow dry this till it's no longer got ink on it when you touch it. And after you've blow dried it, and it is dry to the touch, you no longer get ink on you. Then if there's any spots, like there's a little fading here and here, you can take a paintbrush and fill that in. I personally don't mind it. I think it gives it character and it makes it one of a kind. So it is now ready to go press it. And you press it at 330 for 30 seconds. This is the finished product. Isn't it adorable? I love it so much. You guys, I appreciate you staying for the whole video. Be sure to like, share, follow, and give me a big heart and a comment down below if there's anything else you want me to show you how to do or if there's any questions that you have. Thank you so much for coming to Grandma's house. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.